Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to what isn't the workshop. This is the dining room. The workshop just now is basically unavailable because we've got something going on in there and it's like a bomb's gone off. There's stuff everywhere which we're trying to sort out, but in the middle of sorting that out, this arrived. And I want to get this looked at and sorted out and running and run in as soon as possible. But I thought I'd bring this to you as not a review as such, but just to show you what's available. This is the Enya 15cx TN. They've been available in the UK for a while, I think, but recently the distributors changed. They're now available through Black Raven Aerosports. They're also going to be available from us if there's enough demand. I don't plan on holding lots of these, but these are hopefully going to be ideal for the SAS range. Like so the Blob, the Thing, the Ace, and various other models that need a 15. One of the reasons why I got this is because the 15 size of IC engine just now, there aren't that many available new. We've been running SC 15s that we've had for a long time. SC engines have just been reintroduced, but as far as I'm aware, they're not doing the 15 yet. OS 15 LAs are, I believe, still available here in the UK, new, but they are, from memory, a plain bearing engine, maybe single bearing. I think they're plain bearing. They're about 100, I'm going to say 105, 110 quid, somewhere there, for a brand new one. And they are available, you can get them. These are £85, plus delivery here in the UK. Twin ball bearing. I'll list all the specs in the description below, but these sound like they're going to be a very powerful engine for their size and weight, which would be good for what we want to have. We want small compact units to go into the SAS range of models. My plan, you probably would have seen previously, we've got the Thing 1.5 meter powered model. I'll link it up here wherever it's got to be linked, and that's flying on an SH 15. Now the SH engines have been brought into the country by Just Engines. It was the only one at the time I could find that was new. Bought it and it was 70 odd quid. Being brutally honest about that engine, it is gutless. It doesn't seem to be very powerful at all. It's making the model fly like a well-performing powered glider. This I'm hoping will change that. This I'm hoping will have a lot more power, and be able to give a bit more sparkle to the model. The model might need a bit of surgery at the front to get us to fit. I don't know the mounting holes or sizes or anything like that, but that's going to come later. This video is about this particular engine, so what I'll do is, I haven't even taken the lid off this yet. I do know that there should be some glow plugs with this. They don't come with the model. I bought them to go with it, to go with the engine, sorry. But what does come with it is a silencer. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't come packaged together, but similarly that's what Enya do. But it does say for a 15cx on it. So that's how it comes. What I'll do is I'll reposition the camera so you can see what I'm seeing as I'm doing it. Right then, so as I said, your angle's slightly different to how I'm looking at it, but you should be able to see more or less what I'm seeing. So as I said, this is how it comes. Muffler is separate. For some reason, I don't know why, it's just how Enya do it. That comes with two different, I can't really see this, a pressure nipple and two different types of, or two different lengths of mounting screw. Not quite sure at the moment why that is, but I'm sure it'll become apparent. So that's just a standard muffler, tail exit muffler. So the engine itself, so as I mentioned before, I ordered two glow plugs to go with it. These are Enya 3s. Fairly standard glow plug, good for all sorts of engine. A 3 is a medium plug, I believe. No, number 3 is a hot plug, and it says for all Enya engines. So I know those plugs are good. First instruction sheet out is about the carb, parts list of the carb. Is it showing it as, yeah, so it's showing the 2 different types of carb, where you've got a, not a remote needle, but an angled needle valve by the looks of it. And then on the back you've got the adjustment and the running of the TN type carb. So that's an interesting thing. They're talking about you can run it on a pressurized tank or a normal tank, so without pressure. You're starting initially at 2 to 2 1/4 turns out, and then you're leaning it off to 1 1/2 to 1 3/4, but it will do that by ear. From memory as well, this isn't an air bleed. No, it's not. This has got a bottom end needle as well, so we can adjust that if need be. So that's the first set of instructions. What's this? So this is operating instructions for this particular CXTN, so I'm guessing it's slightly different. Yeah, so that's that sheet's for the TN type carbs, and then this one's for the actual engine itself. Oh, that's handy. We've got a mounting pattern, so I should be able to take the engine out of the other model and check this out, even if I photocopy that and cut it out. That's handy. What does it say? Enya number 3 plugs or number 4 are suitable for the CX. Types of propeller. Uh, 8x6. 8x6 or an 8.5x6. But the range says it can go from a 7x5 up to a 9x8. Look at that. That seems quite powerful. So we'll probably go for an 8. We'll go middle of the road. We'll probably go for an 8x6 or something like that to start with, and see what it does. Something I have just noticed here: to obtain good results with the Enya 15cx, it is recommended to use high quality fuel for glow plug engine, which contains 15 to 25% nitromethane. Now it's not a problem running it on 20% because we've got that for helicopters. But I'm hopeful it's going to run well on 10%. Because that's what we run everything else on. Okay, well, we'll have a play, see how it runs, and go from there. So, onto the engine itself. And that is the complete package. So, apart from the engine, you've got a needle valve with 3 Allen keys of 3 different sizes. Is it Allen key or is that? So it might, no, it is 3 different Allen keys. There's a grub screw in here, but that is for putting a wire into the needle so you can extend the needle out. That's quite a substantial needle. That's quite good, that is. So that's the needle valve, and then the engine itself, that is really nicely machined. That's a really nice looking engine, that. And that is super silky smooth turning over. That is really nice. Yeah, that is really nice. Now, one thing I am just noticing, I don't know how much that's going to affect it. You haven't got much thickness for a prop there, so we'll see what props fit that the best. Yeah, that is really nicely silky smooth. It's obviously it's a cast crankcase, but the head is nicely machined. That's a machine part rather than a cast part by the looks of it. So we've got the angled needle valve assembly, so it's really nice and compact. So the needle valve is going to be sticking up here to be adjusted, so your fingers are well away from the prop. Everything's just nicely smooth with that. Yeah, that is the engine. So it's twin ball raced. I don't know how much power it's quoted to be putting out, but I think really what we need to do now is get it on the test bench. Actually, I'm going to have to adjust that angle. So the angle of the actual arm, so that's fully closed, which isn't a good angle. That's fully open, so I'm going to have to bring it round just a little bit more. That's simply just undoing the Allen key there and moving it and tightening it back up again. Wish I'd be able to use one of the Allen keys that are with it. But yeah, that is a really nice engine. Muffler, which holes do they line up on? So the muffler lines up on the inner holes. I'm guessing they use the muffler for different engines. Anyway, that is the engine. We'll get it on the test bench and get it run up. So that's the little Enya 15cx. Took a bit to get it going. Not exactly sure why, but it's got a hell of a lot of compression. To get it to go, I've had to put 3 washers underneath the glow plug to reduce the compression just that little bit, and it's now running with the 3 underneath there. I'm hoping as it runs in a bit, I can take those washers out and get a bit more performance out of it. But straight away, this seems to want to go. The instructions recommend 15 to 25% nitro in this. I'm running it on 10% because that's just what we run all of our 2-strokes on just now, apart from the helicopters. So we have got 20%, which we could put in there just to get the ultimate performance out of it. But if it runs just happily and on 10%, we'll keep it on that. I think it is going to change the performance of the model it's going to go into and the engine it's going to replace. I'm going to run it a fair bit more on the bench, give it a lot of heat cycles to try and run it in a bit more before flying it. But yeah, that has got a lot of potential, a lot of promise. I think this engine and others identical to it could well change what we put into our SAS display models. Like I said, the Blob, the Thing, and the Ace that's coming. These are currently available from Black Raven Aerosports at about 85 quid plus post, I think. If there's demand for it, we can get hold of them. Be the same price. If there's demand, we can keep a stock of them here to sell with our kits. It might well end up being I just have a couple on hand, so that I've got them if and when people want them. But yeah, I'm going to keep on running this. I'll probably come back to you when I start eyeing it up into the model it's going to go into, because I think it will change that model, but it might well need a bit of surgery in the front of it to get it to fit. It does come with a template, which I am going to photocopy and cut out, and again eyeball it to see where it fits in the model. Yeah, all round good engine so far. Took a little bit to get it going, but that's almost a sign of a good engine. All the fits and tolerances are really good. Yeah, good engine I think it's going to be. If you're liking this sort of content, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already, consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.